Hello YouTube, my name is Rachel Mayo. Welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. This discussion is going to focus on 3 herbs that you should be using to help unblock your fallopian tubes. These herbs are very important in that they perform a different function to help unblock your fallopian tubes. I highly recommend that you use serapeptase first as the first step to unblocking your tubes. If you haven't watched the video that I did on serapeptase, I suggest that you watch that video because I'm not going to be focusing on serapeptase during this discussion. I also did a video on how to use castor oil packs to help unblock your fallopian tube. So the first things that you should be doing is using serapeptase daily, because this is what's going to clear the dead proteins in your tubes or the biofilm. Castor oil packs will help to reduce inflammation and move along the debris from your fallopian tubes. So this discussion is about the 3 other herbs that you should be using along with the other 2. These 3 herbs are important to use in conjunction with serapeptase and castor oil packs because they have antimicrobial action. This will attack the bacteria or infection in your tubes. These herbs are important because of the antimicrobial action. Serapeptase does not have this ability. So if you have an active infection going on, this is where these herbs come in. The 3 herbs are Goldenseal, Echinacea, and Quai. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but Quai is a Chinese herbal medicine. I had some in this container, they're finished, so I can't show you what they look like. It's from a company called Nature's Way. It's about $14. You can buy Goldenseal and Echinacea as a combination from Now Products, or you can buy them separately. It's all up to you. Echinacea and Goldenseal are the herbs that people also use when they have a cold, and this is what kills the bacteria if the cold is a bacterial and not a viral infection. These herbs will enhance your immune system. They are also antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory. When your immune system is functioning properly, it's able to fight any infection. These 3 herbs are going to enhance your immune system. It is going to be capable of fighting any infection or bacteria that is going to be released by the action of serapeptase eating at the biofilms or dead tissues. When you just take serapeptase alone, there's nothing that's going to fight the bacterial infection if you have an ongoing infection. However, serapeptase will fight the inflammation, just not the bacteria. This is why in my last video I did mention that when scientists did study, they found that serapeptase action is enhanced by taking antibiotics. So if you don't want to take antibiotics or you can't get a prescription, taking these herbs gives the same effect. I'm going to read to you what it says about Goldenseal Root. This herb is extremely antibiotic, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory. The herb works on the mucous membranes that lines the fallopian tubes on the inside and tones it so that the infection is warded off. It works to heal any infection that is in the reproductive system, while also reaching pain and inflammation from foreign tissue growth. Echinacea. This herb works to enhance your immune system. The roots of this perennial herb are generally used to cure the flu and the common cold. The herb has additional properties such as antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory. The herb will help fight infections that cause blockages in your fallopian tubes. Once that is done, the fallopian tubes will naturally clear out. This is the same action you get when you take Goldenseal and Echinacea when you have a congested chest from a flu or a cold. It loosens up the thick mucus in your chest and clears it out, along with the bacterial or viral infection. This is the same action that happens in your tubes. When you take these herbs, they make sure to go and attack whatever infection is still ongoing or whatever infection that is released through the biofilm. Serapeptase eats at the dead tissues and the dead proteins in your tubes. Goldenseal and Echinacea will come in and attack the ongoing infection that you may still have in your fallopian tubes. So now we're going to talk about Quai. The scientific name is Angelica sinensis. I think I pronounced it the proper way. Quai is a herb that has good circulatory properties. It increases blood circulation to the reproductive system. It has pain-relieving and anti-inflammatory properties, as well as acts on lymphatic system to reduce tissue congestion. So when you have blocked fallopian tubes, especially if it is hydrosalpinx, your tubes are swollen like sausages. They're filled with biofilms. The biofilms in your fallopian tubes are not supposed to be there, so they will cause inflammation and swelling. So while the other herbs are performing their functions, Quai will come in and reduce the inflammation also, and most importantly is going to reduce the swelling. This is very, very important if your blockage is due to hydrosalpinx. So Quai will reduce the swelling and drain the excess fluids. Quai is one of the best herbs for promoting circulation to your reproductive organs. Quai acts on the circulatory system and lymphatic system, reducing tissue congestion. It has both pain-reducing and anti-inflammatory properties. Avoid taking Quai if you have fibroids, because this herbal extract contains natural phytoestrogen, estrogen mimickers, which isn't good for that condition. So if you have fibroids, avoid taking Quai. I'm sure you're all aware by now that trying to unblock your fallopian tubes is not easy. So you have to use herbs that have specific properties that can enhance the clearing of your fallopian tubes. Quai also helps to relieve painful periods. And if you're one of those people who doesn't get their period on time, or for the proper length of time, Quai will help regulate your hormones and bring back your period into balance. You will start getting a much more regular period with a much more regular flow. Keep in mind that this herb increases circulation to your reproductive organs. This means you're going to get much more blood flow during your cycle. I've also read that if you have a cold uterus or blood stasis, stagnant blood, when you use Quai, it alleviates or eliminates this condition because of its action of increasing circulation to your reproductive organs. I hope you're finding this information useful, and if you are, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. Please press like so that YouTube can send this video out to more viewers. And also remember to ring the bell icon. That way, when I have more information and I make more videos, you will be notified. Thank you. I know I'm going to be repeating myself, but I'm trying to make sure that you understand all this information very clearly. I want to make sure that I answer all the questions that you may have. And if you have a comment or a question about the information that I provide in this video, please feel free to leave that in the comment section under this video. You can find all these herbs on Amazon or at your local vitamin store. They're very affordable. Their price range is between $10 and $15. So you're going to be asking for Goldenseal Root, Echinacea. Goldenseal and Echinacea sometimes come as a combination. Goldenseal and Echinacea can be combined as one product, so you may be shown a product that says Goldenseal and Echinacea. That is also fine for you to take. Or if you're one of those people who wants to have the products separate, you can buy Goldenseal Root separate and Echinacea separate. Quai, on the other hand, is a Chinese herb, and it's a single herb and comes by itself. Try not to buy Quai that is mixed with anything else. Just buy Quai itself alone. I'm going to recap what you should be doing to unblock your fallopian tubes. Number 1, you should be taking serapeptase. If you haven't watched my video on serapeptase, Watch that video. I go into depth in what it can do and how it's very helpful in unblocking your fallopian tubes even by itself. You should be doing castor oil packs. I've also done a video on how to do castor oil packs. Castor oil packs will increase circulation to your reproductive organs. Castor oil will help move your lymphatic system, your lymphatic drainage system. This means that castor oil is going to help move the biofilms that are congesting your fallopian tubes. Goldenseal is going to act as an anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial, which kills a bacteria and reduces inflammation. Remember, serapeptase will reduce inflammation, but it does not kill the bacteria. Echinacea, in conjunction with Goldenseal, work to provide the same effect. They have the same function. One enhances the other. So if you're not taking a course of antibiotics or you don't have a prescription, Goldenseal and Echinacea will replace the antibiotics. Quai comes in to reduce the congestion in your reproductive area, along with the castor oil packs. It also acts on your lymphatic system and helps to drain the congestion in your reproductive area. So my dear friends, that's summing it all up. If you have blocked fallopian tubes, you have to exercise a lot of patience. Make sure you follow the instructions on how to take all these herbs. And please make sure to not take serapeptase at the same time as you take these other herbs. They have to be taken at separate times. And how you can make sure that you're taking them at separate times is take the herbs when you have your dinner or your lunch, but still make sure to take your last dose of serapeptase a few hours away from your dinner. So there's no way that you're going to mix these two herbs because they're taken differently. Serapeptase on an empty stomach, the herbs are with food. So pay attention to directions. These herbs are very potent and serapeptase is very powerful. It could make you violently ill. As I said, please watch my other two videos that I did on serapeptase for more information. I'm going to end this video now to avoid repeating the same information over and over. I just want to be very clear and be very helpful in your journey to unblocking your fallopian tubes. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And watch out for more videos on this topic because I have some other remedies and therapies to share with you.